With the releases of Blade Runner 2049, Dune, Arrival, Enemy, and many, many more, Denis Villeneuve has cemented himself as being one of the most popular filmmakers of this generation. Now, he has made 10 feature-length films to date. Let's take a look at all 10 today, before we get Dune 2 and rank them all from worst to best. Kicking off in last place with his feature-length debut, which was August 32nd on Earth. This is a film that feels like a short film that has been stretched out to make a feature-length runtime. It's okay, it shows sparks of flair, sparks of promise that Denis has the ability to become and has eventually become an incredibly talented visual filmmaker. But August 32nd on Earth becomes quite tedious, quite short, and it feels like a 20-minute film that has been stretched out into a 90-80 minute runtime. Next we have Polytechnique, which does surround a tough subject as a real-life public shooting and is one that many love and many hate. Whilst I'm not sure the premise and showcasing it is entirely necessary, Denis manages to evoke emotion in a sincere way, and it comes across as incredibly well shot, haunting, and a completely devastating watch from start to finish. But I can't lie, as to the film itself, it left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. Next we have what I like to refer to as one of the darkest depths of the Denis filmography, and that is his third feature-length film, Maelstrom. Maelstrom is extremely bizarre, surreal, and weird, one that many fans of David Lynch might enjoy more in Denis' filmography. Strongly rewarding with its twist ending and narrative, and it leaves endless questions as to what is actually happening in the woman's life, with it also being effortlessly entertaining and a thoroughly enjoyable watch from start to finish, and definitely one that is maybe underappreciated within Denis' catalogue. Next we have the Jake Gyllenhaal starring thriller Enemy, and this is where Denis' films start to really move up in quality, in my opinion. It's a chaotic, thought-provoking, and powerful thriller that leaves so much room for interpretation. The look with the colour grading does seem to be one that is quite divisive, but I actually think the dark, dusty nature of the atmosphere and showcases really enhances the overall goal for the film. And it really is a film that questions on making the same mistakes again and how to live without making those mistakes. Admittedly, I don't think it's Denis' most cohesive film, and it does leave blanks here and there that aren't really filled out throughout its runtime. I still think it's a thoroughly enjoyable watch. Next we have the crime film Sicario, which offers so much from a culture perspective and also one from an entertainment point of view. It's thrilling, it's devastating, it is entertaining, and it also has some of the most phenomenally choreographed action set pieces I have seen probably in the past decade. Whilst I don't think it revolutionizes the crime and cop genre or really pushes any boundaries, I think it does a really, really good job at keeping you enthralled throughout the runtime and offering more than just what meets the eye. It ends up being a brilliant showcase of cinematic tension. Next we have Blade Runner 2049, the long-awaited sequel to the first with Ridley Scott's Blade Runner. Maybe a lot lower than a lot of you would have it. Premise doesn't do entirely as much for me as a lot of other Denis films. I think the visuals perspective and the set pieces in this really take it over the line as being a fantastic watch. This is the definition of a true visual spectacle with some fantastic set pieces and brilliant performances to really carry it over into being this entertaining of a watch. And also one that does provoke thought and raises a lot of questions within humanity, technology, and the overall impact that technology has on our lives and could have on our lives in the near to late future. We then have another one of his science fiction projects with Arrival. Another Denis project that is just dripping and drowning in style and beauty. Different and creative way of tackling the science fiction genre by being completely introspective throughout. I think particularly the direction that the story takes within the final act makes this from being a very good film into an excellent one. And it showcases the ability to communicate with language, the power that language has, and also examines many other important things such as memory and existence. And not to mention such as most other Denis films, if not all of them, this is of course a technical marvel. Into the top 3 and out of third place, we have Prisoners, a thriller that is as stress and anxiety inducing as it is just phenomenally entertaining to watch. A film that throws twists and turns at you round every corner, but does so in an intelligent way. The cinematography and overall aesthetic is superb. It's definitely one of the thrillers that really got me into film at a young age, one that is a perfect nighttime watch. And it's a thriller that is not only stressful and impactful and thrilling, but one that really focuses on the emotional development of its characters. And certainly a film that I imagine kept most of you and myself on the edge of my seat throughout its entire runtime. In the second place, we have the riveting, haunting Incendies, a film that is so powerful and is dominated by sequences of uncertainty and visceral political imagery. It's unflinching and doesn't pull any punches when showcasing you the horrific imagery on show, but at the same time, it does so in a way that is sincere, a way that is powerful, and in a way that makes the story so important to be told. The ending, of course, isn't exactly plausible, but it doesn't bring down my viewing that much. It's a cool twist to add on at the end that is, of course, surprising and shocking, and will probably get you completely jaw-dropped on your first go. And it's just really potent storytelling on love and humanity. And at number 1, this is clearly a controversial opinion from what I see online, but I'm actually coming to you with a little bit of a hot take, and I'm going to say Dune. I think this is a colossal achievement in modern science fiction filmmaking, even more so than his previous work. Tackling the difficult adaptation of Dune, which we've seen attempted before and not be so successful, and making it into this project that is just so beaming and remarkable, is such an achievement. It's a huge task for any filmmaker, yet Denis manages to excel with his incredible world building, creative visuals, and phenomenal approach to storytelling. It's mesmerizing, it's endearing, it's exciting, and watching it again and again just makes me even more excited for Dune Part 2.